Hello. So I'm just making another video. This is more like just like a me speaking out random thoughts. And from today because I gave myself a haircut and it was what happened before, during, and after that kind of made me decide to make this video. And the topic of this video is basically this huge pressure to feminize myself ever since detransitioning. Um, I experienced this from the very moment I decided to go back to living socially as a woman, changing my name back to Tatiana, um, just having people refer to me as Tatiana and she, her, and just trying to move on from living as a trans man. Um, so, yeah, and what started this was basically. So for the past couple of weeks, I thought I was gonna grow out my hair, which is not the first time I thought I was gonna grow out my hair. This has happened a couple of times to me, but I never get past I mean, I just cut my hair. It was like maybe an inch or so longer. Um, but yeah, I don't get very far until I decide to like shave my head again. So mostly just because I feel like I keep feeling the urge to grow out my hair due to the pressure I feel around me to look a certain way, even though I don't think that's how I actually want to be. Um, and I was trying to find a middle ground of like finding longer hairstyles that were masculine, but I just can't like see it. Like that long, I don't know. I just have a hard time seeing long hair specifically on someone who's female because then you have the rest of like the face effects to look too. Like a guy with long hair looks different than a woman with long hair is what I'm saying. Um, and um, yeah, and I just uh, yeah, I don't know, I just couldn't see it, and I just eventually, like, after looking at videos of I was looking up people getting haircuts on YouTube, like just to come up with like ideas of different hairstyles, and I was looking up like crew cuts on women or stuff like that, or even men getting haircuts like a crew cut or stuff like that. That made me want to cut my hair again. I'm very impulsive like that. But I mean, it had been going on for a while. The thought of cutting my hair, so it wasn't like completely impulsive, but it was like after watching the YouTube videos and like feeling like I had enough. And my dad had cut his hair today too, and so I used to we used to shave our head around the same time because I would shave his head and then shave mine. So and I kind of grew up my hair to like the same length that he did, and then we would shave it, together and stuff like that. Although he usually has his hair shorter than mine. But yeah, I don't know. So I just decided to shave my head, and of course, when I told my family that I'm gonna cut my hair, my dad was like, "Oh, I wish you wouldn't do that," which is a very typical response from him. But it's stuff like that that makes me feel pressured to grow out my hair, which leads this into this issue of me. I don't know, like I'm just having a hard time um being myself, like being masculine regardless of what anyone else says, which is kind of weird. Like I feel like I should be able to do that, but like I guess I'm more sensitive to other people's opinions than I thought I was. I don't know. And I guess it's just I feel isolated from women in general, like mentally, not like physically, just like mentally, because I just have a hard time relating to women, which I think is just kind of like left over from having grown up thinking I was a guy and everything. But it's also hard when I'm trying to detransition, I have a hard time feeling like I don't fit in and stuff like that. So that kind of also like I feel like maybe me trying to grow out my hair is me trying to like fit in as a woman and being seen as a woman, even though if I had it my way and the world was completely accepting of anything, I would have this would be like how I would look all the time. Um, or like just different short haircuts, like crew cuts, like getting a fade, stuff like that. Um, so yeah, I mean that's basically what this video is about. Is just I'm just been thinking of the constant pressure I feel I don't think I'm the only one. I think there's other detrans women who are masculine, like stay masculine, presenting like me. I think maybe they maybe also feel like an immense amount of pressure, subtle pressure. It's not always like people. Well, I mean, for my dad, it can be like that. Like he'll tell me straight up, I look like a guy, and I need to send the right signals and all this other stuff that really frustrates me. But it is what it is. But yeah, I just like I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. Um, and I think it would be easier for me if I knew other butch or I know I'm pronouncing the word wrong. I always do. Other butch or masculine women in person. Like I do my fair amount of like just trying to connect to communities online, but like online only does so much for you. I think it would be much easier for me if I had like uh, if I was friends with women that kind of presented similarly to me, or just I could feel like I could relate to them more, which I think would make it easier for me. Um, just because I tend to feel isolated or just I feel too different from other women, and I also feel like I keep getting the overall message from other people that I am in one way or another different. Mostly from my dad. Um, but then also just like strangers in passing, like every time I get referred to as a dude or something like that, like that just kind of lets me know that people aren't seeing me as a woman, they're seeing me as a guy or something like that. And I'm learning to become more okay with that, just because like I know I'm not a guy, so I shouldn't let it get to me too much. I used to have a harder time with that, especially early on in my detransition. It hit me more when every time I would get actually misgendered as a guy. But now I think I'm better about it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just it is what it is. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically what this video is about. It's just my frustrations with the amount of pressure I feel to look a certain way or stuff like that. It's very frustrating to me. Like I've told my dad, like like I'm female, so any way I want to dress, like women can be masculine too. Like me dressing the way I dress and me cutting my hair short doesn't magically make me a guy. But he always tells me that like, well, you're sending certain signals to other people that like somehow by dressing this way I'm communicating to everyone else that I'm a guy or something. I don't know. It's very frustrating. So that's just kind of the message I keep getting, like directly, like through conversation, or just whenever he makes a comment or something like that. But it's okay. So right now, what I'm working on is not giving into the feeling that I have to somehow fit in or something like that. Um, which, yeah, but I don't know. It's okay. So yeah, that's basically this video. This one, I guess, not really a check-in, more like just like me talking about what's been on my mind as of lately. I'll try to make another video sometime soon. I'm also going to be uploading more like Fortnite videos and other like video game related videos because I'm a gamer and I like to game. So yeah, and then we have Coco. 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 Yes, okay, say hello to the camera, Coco. There he is. That's Coco, my kitty cat. Okay, everyone. Well, if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to, of course, and yeah, just turn on the notification bells for whenever I make new videos and stuff like that, or post something to the community part of my profile on YouTube. So yeah, have a good night.